A very good evening to you. Some lively weather expected as the week draws to a close. Increasingly windy and wet in places. Clearer and calmer for some of us, mind you. And here we've got sliding temperatures as we head through the night. As for the next few hours, much of the action across the southern half of Britain. This deep area of low pressure, Storm Alex, bringing about strong gusty winds, gales and exposed spots of the southern coast, and relentless, at times, heavy rain across many parts of southern Britain as we go into the final stages of this week. A little drier, a little calmer further north. And a fine end to the day for some of us away from the southwest, where there'll be a good deal of wet weather to end the day. That rain becoming really quite something into the small hours. Several hours of pouring rain lashing the window panes and the winds really whipping up. Here, strong gusts, damaging gusts in places, with gale force winds expected around the westwards as we head through the course of the early hours. Further north, blustery and wet for the Highlands and the islands of Scotland, and in between clearer and colder. Temperature slide with a touch of mist and fog into a new day. Very much a sunshine sandwich as we've got a lot more action to the top and tail end of the country. Much of the focus across the southern half of Britain here. Steady heavy rain for several hours into tomorrow. Awful if you're having to travel. Strong gusty winds, particularly around those southern coasts of Devon and Cornwall as we head through the afternoon. Big battering waves to the coast, but cheering up across those southern counties. Further north, calmer and clearer, some lovely sunshine. Elsewhere, blustery and wet as we approach the weekend. See you soon. A stormy end to the week in places, increasingly windy and wet in the next few hours. Clearer and calmer for some of us, mind you. And here temperatures slide as the night wears on. This is the scene into the small hours. It's southern areas of Britain that'll bear the brunt of Storm Alex. A deep area of low pressure here as we go into the first stages of the morning. Strengthening winds as the night wears on. Strong damaging gusts, the chance of gales in exposed southern spots, and rain lashing the window panes, waking some of us up before dawn. Pouring rain, a soaking wet start here. Further north, blustery and wet into the Highlands and islands of Scotland. Elsewhere, clearer and colder with a touch of frost and fog into a new day. Here, some sunnier skies. Elsewhere, a very different scene into tomorrow morning. Windy and wet from the word go. The rain really relentless. Lots of surface water and spray on the roads. Really horrible for a time. The strongest winds along those Channel coasts, particularly through the southwest. Big battering waves here. Cheering up later, but further north, clearer, calmer and drier.